Hey YouTubers, JB Coins here with another video. Believe it or not, this is another box of quarters from the bank that is not where we live. This is the same bank that we shot the first video of It Does Matter Where You Live, which was quarters, ironically, and we did very nicely with that box. The next video after that was the best petting video we ever had. That was up there 3 or 4 videos ago. And then our latest video before this was the half dollars where we scored silver, all from the same bank. So this box of $500 worth of quarters is also from our new favorite bank, which is not where we live. So gonna crack this open and see what we got. With these kind of boxes, you never know whether you're going to have new issue or circulated until you actually open the box. And you know, you might be wondering why go to the trouble of getting these boxes from so far away. Okay, first off, we're not making a special trip just to get these coins. I want to make that clear to you. But if you travel, or a family travels, or the holidays come around and people are traveling to town, ask them to pick you up a box of coins from where they live that's maybe 3, 4, 5 hours, 10 hours, 12 hours away, because you get to see what coins look like from another area. In this case, these are killer. So every chance we get that we go near this place, we get coins now. And the very first thing I pick up tells me we got circulated quarters. Okay? So there's a Kentucky on that side. We got an eagle on the other side. I'm going to show you just for reference because I don't know if we're going to have any in here or not. There it is. Sorry. This is the 2016 Harpers Ferry, also known as John Brown's Fort, written on the bottom there. That's the newest issue, West Virginia, 2016. That's the newest coin that's come from out from the mint as of the day we're shooting this video. So this is actually from our change, but as we tear into the box here, if we don't find any of those, I want you to have an idea of what you're looking for. Because obviously the 2015 video that we shot on the year of errors, and then we shot some other error videos, which a lot of you liked and a few of you didn't because the terminology wasn't exactly the way you liked it, but you can see some shiny stuff in there. I don't see any obvious silver. Looks like it's all clad. And we're looking for the usual suspects here, you know, anything that looks out of place. But the 2015 P, there's a Bicentennial Quarter. That's going off to the side. The 2015 P and the 2016 P. Here's a 2015 P Kisachi. Okay. This one had errors near its feet, and it also had an error where it looked like it had been shot with an arrow through the body of the turkey as it's flying. So we're going to set that one aside. And what better timing? A 1970. One of our most popular videos recently also was not a coin we have, unfortunately, but it was a 1970 like this, except it was an S proof that a guy bought at an auction, bought several of them at the auction, I guess, and he had, as of when we shot the video, and I haven't checked in the last week or two, he had it up on eBay for $35,000. It was graded as having been stamped on a Canadian planchette over the Canadian coin. So, but that was a S proof. This is just a 1970 Philadelphia, but we'll set it aside to take a look at it because it looks pretty nice for its age. 82p, Massachusetts. You can see these are pretty well trashed. There's a 65, 1 year off. Here's a Bombay hook. That one had errors, cuds in the bird's mouth, and some doubling issues. Homestead 2015. That one has something on the order of 100 plus registered varieties with the coin agencies. So you want to be looking for those. It's a nice looking Arkansas that we'll set aside. 85, orientation looks right. Bear, Alaska. If you saw our video about the Alaska bear, there's a lot of errors on those. He's got extra claws. Look for those. Here's Oregon. That's another potential error coin along the shoreline being doubled and also in the trees. Minnesota, another potential error. Extra trees. The fourth tree over, there's a gap where the trees get smaller and then they get larger again. There's a lot of extra leaves and material in there. So check that space for an error. Washington State. You know, the quarters have been made in this design for quite a while now, although they went to the state quarters. Here's another, Wyoming, 2007. That one's in pretty nice shape, actually. The pommel where the cowboy puts his hand and his lariat, right in there, there's a notch, and you can see the notch. If there's any material in that notch, that's a keeper. Let's see, 1966. Shawnee, 2016. This is, I believe, the first issue this year. It's from Illinois, and this has also been found to have cuds above these rock piles that occur in the park. But there's extra rocks basically made out of cuds that people have been finding on these 2016s. So, not saying they're worth a lot of money, I'm just saying they're out there. And they're fun to look for. I mean, that's why we do this. There's a 67, but it's pretty well worn out. Another 65, not in as nice a shape as the other one. 2006 North Dakota. 2000 Massachusetts. 2001 Rhode Island. And obviously you want to flip them because check both sides. There's another Wyoming, but this one's in kind of rough shape, and I can see that the area is pretty clear. Because you never know. There's a lot of people that have been finding stamp errors, double strikes, things like that, because they've been sending me messages offline. And there's a Kentucky 2001. So obviously with $500 worth of quarters, which is 50 rolls like we just went through, it would take quite a long time for us to go through all of these live on camera. So we're going to go through these like we do on most of our videos, unlike the last $50 that we did live. These we're going to do offline. If we find something interesting, we'll stop, we'll show you, and if not, we'll see you at the wrap. Okay guys, this is the wrap up, and you can see there's a pretty good pile of quarters here that are going back to the bank, but there's also a lot of quarters on the table that are staying. I'm going to zoom this in a little bit, so bear with me just a second while I get this. There we go. A lot of ground to cover. For you silver hounds, I'm going to tell you right up front, we didn't find silver, but we did find a lot of very, very interesting coins and a lot of things that I think will interest a lot of folks. There we go. Up top, we've got, now I got to zoom back. We got 8 Alaskan bears that have extra claws. We've shown you those in previous videos. We have the Saratogas that have some issues there. I'm going to show you one up close here at the bottom. We found 12 Bicentennial Quarters in really crisp shape. we don't usually see that many bicentennial quarters around here. 5 homesteads, all of them exhibiting various varieties. Some of them have doubling on one window, some have doubling on another window, some of them have the snow on the roof. None of them exhibited the leaky bucket, but still, 5 different varieties sitting right there. Next down you see is Bombay hook, and you see some are flipped face, and some, or 1 or 2 are showing the actual bird on the back. Excuse me. Several of the reverse side with the bird have cuds in the bird's mouth. Not all that uncommon. We've found a lot of those before. The faces of these coins some of them are exhibiting a very, very weak strike, or what some folks on the internet have been recently referring to as a blasted effect. I'm not sure what the correct terminology will be for that. It's a new thing that I have not seen before, so don't know what the proper attribution is for that. Kasachi 2015, same thing. We've got a little bit of that effect to the 2 coins to the left, and on the 2 coins to the right we have the turkey with cuds in its claws, which is also a known variety. And then 2016 we get into the Shawnee, Illinois issue. 2 on the left, again the blasted symptom, and the rest of them to the right pretty much have cuds on them that have the appearance of extra rocks. See if I can get in close to this so you can see it. Might be on the one down below. And then also a couple of really nice John Brown Fort Harpers Ferry. Those just came out. Down here at the bottom, here's a couple of the errors that I wanted to, or excuse me, a couple of things that we've talked about in the past that I wanted to show you because it actually shows up on this camera. If you look, and I got rid of a little, I don't have my screwdriver, so you're gonna have to bear with me. I'm gonna try and get my finger into the view. If you look right off the tip of my finger there, the bottom of that mountain on the top is supposed to be straight across. If you notice directly below the 9, where it intersects the bottom of that mountain, there's a cud, there's a piece of material sticking down in the water. That's actually a known variety that's in Cherry Picker's Guide. I have not looked up the page, I apologize, I intended to, but in a minute here you'll probably see that I'm kind of working wounded here. Cumberland Gap, also 2016, and one of the known varieties. You can see the cud between his hat and the rim. Saratoga, another one that is in the books, and you can see the cud that connects his fingertip to the hilt of the sword, and that one is also in this Cherry Picker's Guide. I'm going to zoom back out, and I'm going to show you guys one of the things about this box, as the title infers, is this box is not from our normal area. It does matter where you live, apparently, as to the quality and types of coins you get. Number one, the first thing that struck us was there were a lot more D's, Denver Mint, in this box, even though this box came from the East Coast. Obviously circulated coin, but still a lot more Denver, even though this box came from further east than where we live. We normally see a lot of Philadelphia and very few Denver. The other thing is the quality of these coins. All the coins I showed you that we kept are very, very good quality coins. And these are the ones that really kind of blow you away when you start getting into them. I'm going to zoom back in a little bit. There we go. Just makes it a little easier. Here's some 65s that are in really nice shape. Now granted, I mean, they're not BU, but these are 50-year-old coins. Okay, 70, 72. You kind of zip through here. Here's, different years going up into the early 90s where they're really in nice condition. Okay. Now, 1999, the very first issue of the state quarters. The 99 Connecticut is the very first quarter that was issued. And you have 3 here that are in AU to BU condition, 4. And you have a New Jersey, which I believe was either the second or third issued in 99. That one's not quite as nice as these Connecticut's. This Connecticut on the left is just, you can see the mirror finish. I mean, you can see my fingers reflecting off of there. Below that, 2 Vermonts, Kentucky from 2001. There's 2002, 2003. We jump down here, 2004. I mean, look at this Texas, same thing. Very, very lustrous finish. 2006, the Nevada. I mean, the North Dakota, same thing. I mean, you can see the reflections off of these. I got to put my hand here to actually give it, so it's not glaring. Colorado 2006, couple of those. Arizona, couple 2008s, 3 of them. And then for the last thing, I mean, we've got varieties here. We've got old coins here. We've got coins we can add to a collection or we could sell if we decided to. And then we got a couple of oddities that frankly don't have an answer for. 85p on the left. Very clear doubled edge. I mean, I should be clear. It's a doubling on the edge. There's 2 edges on the right side. Okay? 1 on the left. Now here's the thing that tells me something. The reading is intact. So this was not done in circulation. It wasn't done by somebody banging it around. That reading is crisp. Okay? So it came this way from the mint. We're going to hang on to that one. This one really, really confused both of us. On the one hand, our first impression is this is a quarter that somebody tried to turn into a ring. And we're kind of going with that theory. The coin is considerably thicker than it should be. The reading is completely gone. I mean, it's actually pushed off to the edge of the coin in some places. The coin is deeply set in that rim. But the thing that's odd about it is most of the coins that I've seen that someone has done this to, and I need to back up because I'm shaking a little too much, usually they wind up being not round. This thing's almost perfectly round. The other thing that throws me is the letters, when you normally beat these things, get crushed. Those letters are not crushed. They're actually curled up along the rim, as are the numbers, front and back, on this coin. So, I mean, the jury's out. I don't know. I don't know if somebody was trying to make this into a ring and gave up or not. But, I mean, compare it to the quarter right next to it, it's every bit as round. It's smaller, but it's every bit as round. So, anyway, this was again, the box from out of our area. It's something that is clearly different from what we're used to in every respect. We may not have gotten silver, but we've got a heck of a lot of coins to add to our collection, or decide what to do with. But they're definitely not going to the bank. Definitely worth going through this box. We had a lot of fun. Hope you guys found this interesting. I know we ripped through the wrap on this pretty quick, but the video is getting long. Until next time, hope you like it. Subscribe, share. JB Coins signing out.